Well, we're here at the Silver Bend Trail head. It's about half an hour north of Virden, Manitoba. That's a new trail. I've never done this one before. It's gonna be about 8K. Gonna do the entire loop. Start at the top of the trail and head down and around and then all the way back up. It's kind of a nice little area. Someone else here already. They pair of dudes and their dogs. What does this green sign over here say? Wildlife management area? What kind of wildlife management area? It says Upper Assinoboine Wildlife Management Area. Let's get in there. Yeah, Upper Assinoboine Wildlife Management Area. So yeah, gonna get ready now. It's just scorching hot. Have to get some sunscreen on, and there's a bit of bugs, so I'll put on some light bug spray as well. Okay, so I'm on the top ridge trail. It's like an outer circle loop. Just went up a hill, I'm out of breath. There's a bit of viewpoint. Pretty nice trail so far. Come here with me, I'll do some chatting. Whew. See, there's a river down there. Haven't seen any signs of wildlife yet. Joe's is here with me today too, but she's running. She's going to be running this. She wants to do it twice. About 16K total for her. I'm just going to walk it. That's not for me. But yeah, no signs of wildlife yet. Trail looks decent. Maintained. It's not maintained like a provincial or national park, but you can tell they cut it. They come by and clear some wood, obviously. It's nice and wide, which is also really, really nice. We got a view of some farmers' land over here. Some sort of metal, old scrap metal over there. We've got some tracks, but he's just beneath us here. Would be kind of cool if there was a train coming through. Probably super loud though. Oh, interesting. There's also a fence here. I wonder if this is technically like private land. Oh, you know what it is? There's a fence on this side and a fence on that side. It's to prevent wildlife from jumping down from this ridge and into the tracks. Okay. I think that's the ultimate goal here. All the trees here are kind of pretty dense. Lots of shrubs under here. The path's getting a little bit more overgrown now the deeper we go. Not a ton of viewpoints as I kind of expected. Josie was actually on this hike last week and she was just raving about it. So she badly wanted to come back. So we do, because we both have this Labor Day off. It's about a 3-hour drive from our house. We stopped for a few snacks. But yeah, it's not too far from Virden. Just about half an hour, or just slightly less. Come across another rickety old bridge. Must be a really old area here. Ooh, scary culvert. I think that's the railroad track up there, so I guess it just goes through the railroad and pumps it out down this way, deeper into the valley. Well, speak of the devil, I'm hearing something that sounds like maybe a train. Ah, there. There it is. CN. We're at a viewpoint. Pretty nice. You can see it from here, but I'm sure in person it's way more profound. But being fall here, or the start of fall in Manitoba, the trees are starting to change color to the nice fall colors. You can see it very nicely in this little valley. Oh, it's a nice time of year. Bugs are less, mosquitoes are less, other little insects a lot less. Nights are cooler. It's a nice time of year, but it signals the coming of cold winter. Nobody likes that too much. Yeah, there's the path. It's looking nice. I got a nice little bench here. I was actually hoping for more viewpoints on this hike, but I haven't really found much at all. There's been not that many. Oh, and I picked up a little stick for safety and for just chugging along. Why not? Won't protect me against anything. It's very thin, but yeah, not a lot of viewpoints on this hike so far. I must admit, I think it's been a little bit overhyped. We'll keep going and we'll see. I've come across a lot of this spider, cankerworms, just eating these trees. Look, here's a real gross one. You see that? Ugh, nasty. Just devouring this tree. And this one, they even got all the berries. I wonder if they eat the berries or if they just eat the trees. Look at all that poop in there. So gross, these things. Do they actually have any positive environmental impact? I don't know. My suspicion is that they don't. I think that they don't. Another viewpoint. So this looks like a really old viewpoint. River view, or sorry, valley view rest area. Kind of ungroomed, old, rickety ass seat. I'm gonna sit on it. I trust that there's no ticks at this time of year, but yeah. Whew, that is old. Huh. Bit of a drop. Oh, there's another path down there. Yeah, let's sit on this chair. Well, stable. Yeah, pretty peaceful here. Some nice valley over there. Cool. Oh, but it's getting hot. I'm thinking it's gotta be easily probably 25, 26, could even be 27, 28 or more. It's in here, there's like almost no wind, it's very sheltered. So it could be quite hot. Fire guard road. Oh yeah, okay. So these fire roads, I don't know when they were put in, but the province has a ton of them. Let me swap this around for a bit. The province has a ton of them. A lot of them were built ages ago, and the reason for them was similar to problems that we're having now with forest fires. They were designed so that emergency vehicles could get in and out very quickly to a remote location, which sounds great. Little hole there, thought it was a snake. It sounds great and is great, because that's the problem firefighters have right now, is they have all these remote locations but they have no access to them. And now here's the kicker. There is roads leading to a lot of these fireplaces. Not everywhere, of course, but to a lot of them. But they've gone unmaintained for a very, very long time. So a lot of them, from what I was reading and had heard, they're not usable. So trucks and stuff aren't able to get to where they need to go, and thus they need to rely on the water bombers, which obviously have many, many, many high priority targets. So if emergency vehicles were able to get through the brush a lot easier, they'd be able to put a more of a natural stop to an advancing fire situation. But of course, as things go, budgets get slashed, right? Things of that nature. And if you don't use them, then no money goes to them. So that's kind of what happened with these fire roads. It's good to see that that one's actually maintained. My guess is that they would come right off the rail. They'd hop on the rail, go to where they need to go, to where the fire road starts, head down the road. Pretty smart. Someone was thinking back in the past, but it's been a while. I keep thinking I hear like a horse or something, but I think it's just my water bag. I've got my little old school water container. It comes on a strap. I've had this for, I don't know, 20 years or something. A long time. I just can't find anything good like it. It's so easy. It just straps around your body. It's good for like basically any sport, any time of year. Carries a decent amount of water. But I have a new problem now where it's starting to leak on me. But yeah, that's alright. Check it out. An old well. I assume it's a well or basement or something. Looks recently covered. Maybe there was an old board or something that kind of rotted away. But so I've seen a number of bear poops, but nothing fresh. That's encouraging. No bears. I lost my stick. It kind of broke into many pieces going up a hill. I applied too much pressure to that thin stick. It did not last. Let me tell you about some of my challenges at home lately. We put in sod a number of years ago after landscaping the entire yard. Grass was beautiful it was close to fall, so we had that year, and then the following year, pretty early in, the city came through and dug up a huge chunk of it in the front and redid the water system where our main line connects to our house. Now they eventually put in fresh sod, and that stuff is finally taken and looks nice and kind of looks similar to the rest of the grass. Now it blends in okay. It didn't for a while there because it was a different type of grass. There's still some ruts. It's not landscaped perfectly anymore, unfortunately, but whatever. Win some, you lose some. Maybe I'll do something about it at some point, but probably not. I don't care anymore. But anyways, so this year I've been having a new problem with the grass. It's that the rabbits have been eating my grass. They've been eating it right down to the ground and just killing it. And it's kind of a problem. So I've been looking up some solutions. Start top trail. What do you mean start? I already started that trail. What's going on here? Start bottom trail. There's a start top trail, start bottom trail. I think I'm supposed to kind of go back down that way now. Let's see what's going on up here. But yeah, so the rabbits have been eating my grass. Ooh. That looks like a nice lookout. Let's go there. I think this is a private road, but whatever. There's no one out here to tell me no. Plus it looks like if I have to go down, I might as well get a viewpoint. But yeah, so the rabbits have been eating my grass right down to the ground, which has been causing it to die off. And needless to say, they've also been pooping for a bit in that section, which is just, it's just leading to a bunch of dead grass patches. So so I've come up with a couple of solutions. One is I could go the trapping route, trap these buggers and move them, but I have a couple of problems with that, being that the city requires you not to kill these things, so that's a problem number one. So I'd have to take it with me and move it somewhere, and I just not too interested in doing that. I have to get rid of the thing once and for all. Can't procreate, can't make more bunnies to harass my yard with. Oh, this is a nice spot here. Second one is build a fence. Obviously I'm not going to build a fence around the yard. That's a waste of money, waste of time. That ain't gonna happen. So I was looking up some natural options. What is that? I'll show you guys this. I don't know what that. What is that? Like lint? Some sort of waste or garbage, obviously, but weird. Zoom this out a bit. Here we go, it's better. So yeah, what I came up with was that I looked online and I found that and it makes a lot of sense, if you spray urine of a natural predator of theirs, they will stay away from your yard. Of course, you gotta spray enough to actually make it effective. So I found some coyote urine and Canadian Tire. It's like $30 a bottle or something like that. It's a very small bottle. I think it's like 20 milliliters. Very expensive stuff. I don't know, I didn't check Cabela's or anything like that. I just Canadian Tire's super close. And we had a gift card for Canadian Tire, so I just used that up. But yeah, I sprayed around some coyote urine. Worked for I don't know, 4 days? 3 days? 4 days? Worked great. I sprayed a healthy dose all over the yard. Places like where they would enter, places where they've been eating, places where they hide, like around the cars, and just all over the place. I just kind of sprayed it everywhere to create a nice natural barrier. And it worked quite well. I don't think it lasts super long before it is no longer effective, so I think I have to spray every couple of days. But yeah, then we had our weed people come and they sprayed the yard for weed spray, so I let that sort of do its trick for a while bit and didn't reapply. I reapplied with a light dose, and seems like it worked for one night. And then the following night, I noticed that they had come back into the yard and were eating more grass again, bastards. So I did a much heavier dose yesterday night, or not yesterday night, the night before yesterday night, and it seems like it's okay. But I didn't do a super heavy dose because today it's supposed to rain, and I know the rain will just wash the scent away, so it kind of makes it useless. There's a cable dangling here. Yeah, goes that way. I wonder what that's for. Trail cam, or maybe for like the railroad. Not sure. Something's getting power. You'd have to really follow the cable. It's kind of stuck into the ground. Anyways, whatever. Doesn't really concern me. So yeah, Winnipeg today is supposed to get a ton of rain, so it didn't apply too heavy. Oh, I think I hear another train. Holy smokes, there's a lot of trains coming this way. Oh yeah, not sure if you can see it over there, but another one. So yeah, yeah, Winnipeg's gonna get dosed, so there's really no point in me applying anything right now. It's just a waste of the spray. It's just like a little mist bottle, so I've been trying to spray it to firm surfaces and making sure that the mist doesn't really mist, but like really wets from close impact. Stay on the trail. So once all the rain's done, I'll reapply. I've also been cutting the grass to try and keep the grass shorter, because I think they like the longer grass, and that's another natural deterrent. Just keep the grass nice and short. So between the two, I think it'll make a difference. Wow. You know what? I think that may have been a power line cable I just touched. Yikes. Crap. Oh, look at this. Oh, I just realized I've had you guys in the far close mode. Let's take a look. This was the home of Miss Pauline, blah blah blah, from the Ukraine. They moved to the farm. Husband worked on the railway from Winnipeg to Jasper. That makes sense. That would be this railway. Interesting. Okay. They had 13 children. Oh, I guess 4 of them died. Wife survived. The husband died too. They had cattle, chickens in their garden. Mostly women. Huh. Private property, keep out. Well, we won't go in. We'll just look here. That is a very small farmhouse for a wife and so many kids. And here's a little, I don't know what that is. old stuff littered around here. Oh look, they had electrical. You can see the plug in there. In 1935, so I guess, yeah, they would have had basic electrical. Looks like there's a gallon drum of some sort. Big drum. I wonder if this might have been a bed. I think this was a bed frame. Wow. Curious to see if they have anything else laying around. Pretty remote homestead, but that's what it was like back in the day. And it's crazy to think, yeah, 100 years ago, shit was like that. Don't get to see that now. Hilliar gravesite. Wow, this is a pretty nice little grave. Charles H.S., the dearly loved son of Admiral and Miss H. Hillard, fell asleep June 24th, 1883, aged 18 years. I can't read what this bottom stuff here says. I can't read that. Something which sleep in something I can't read it. It's kind of nice though. Rest in peace, little dude. So hot. Hey, excuse me, I'm bathing here. Privacy, please. It's a pretty nice view here. Wondering if we'll see any animals. Been looking real hard, I haven't seen a single thing. Surprisingly, not even really any squirrels. Would have thought that there would be, but no. No squirrels, and barely even any birds. Not a whole heck of a lot for wildlife. But it's an alright hike. I don't think it's anything super fancy, but it's alright. So this is an older sign. I feel like this hike has been here a long time, and it's kind of gone undiscovered. Well, maybe discovered, but kind of like less well known. There's some bear scat. It's a little bit fresher, but not super fresh. But yeah, I think this hike has been around for a while. There was another gravesite I came upon from 1882. So it's a very old area. This probably used to be like the main road towards these old homes, is my guess. And once these homes were no longer in use, they just kind of kept it. Oh, here's the other side of that fire guard road. It's just a quick way down. They kind of kept it as a way to... Oh, there's something with text up there, so we'll go up there. They kept it as a nice little hiking route. I quite appreciate that. It's cool to see the old homesteads right by the water. Like, it actually would be a pretty nice place, but for sure a small house. Way too small. This is Doyle's Landing, it says. So, site of Doyle's Landing, 1882 to 1885. Everything's 1882 here. During the years 1876, 1882, there was riverboats here. They had profitable trade up and down the Assinoboine River. Passengers and freight carried to just west of Winnipeg. Oh, this couple came from Owen Sound. We were there last summer. It's in Ontario, just north of Toronto, an hour or two north of Toronto. So this spot, my guess is, yeah, like, I guess right here. I don't see any infrastructure remaining, but like, why mark this spot right on the top of the hill? The water doesn't come this high. Weird. Not sure why. It's only courteous to sit on each bench. They have them here, so you should sit on them, make use of it. Whew. This wood's a little soft. Nice area here though, peaceful. So while I sit here, I want to show you my newest gadget. It's a selfie stick / tripod. So the phone goes up on the top there, clamps in. Fits pretty good. I haven't really figured out what this dial here does yet. But this one rotates up and down, and this one rotates the top around. That gives you more space for your cell phone. Here's the tripod. These pull out. There's a little screw in for the gold things, a little screw in for the keep the tripod legs together. This is kind of cool. It's a remote start-stop button for the cell phone. It connects via Bluetooth, and you can just push it. This actually comes out, and you can hold it in your hand. And then here's the telescope. You would pull this out. It goes pretty high, actually. I'm actually pretty impressed with it. I'll put this phone down and I'll show you. Give me a second here. Yeah, so the telescope, like I said, comes out like this. So almost 6 feet. Probably I don't know, 5 feet, maybe 5 feet. And you can undo this, and these just unclasp, go out. Tie this back down. Bingo bango. It's pretty good. Pretty fast. Put away and take out. Continuing on here. Yeah, the only thing with this tripod that kind of sucks is the tripod part, the feet. They're kind of light still, so like it's actually hard to get the right balance. If they had more weight to them, I think they'd hold down better, especially once you have the telescopic end up and you have your phone up super high. It gets quite wobbly, so it's a little bit cheap in that regard, but it does pretty good for the price. I think it was only like 25 bucks. Some more fresher scat, but not super fresh. So that's, I guess there's more bears down here. Makes sense, the water's down here, so that makes sense. But yeah, how far into this hike am I now? Probably over halfway, so maybe about 4.5K, 4.5 left. Well, I think because it's so hot, Joe's and I are gonna go to the Minnedosa beach after this. Cool off, get some more sun. I don't know if I'm getting a suntan or not. Maybe I should take them guns out. There we go. Anyways, yeah, I'm coming somewhere close to the end of this hike, I think. At the end there's supposed to be some rather high elevation gain. Not sure how many meters yet. Figure that out, I guess, once I get a bit closer. Well, not sure if you caught that. Probably the noise cancellation blocked it out, but there's another train. There's a lot of trains going down this tracks. So this must be the main track between the provinces, or one of the main tracks between the provinces, which kind of goes alongside with that information blurb from that homestead there that we found about the husband that worked on the track between Winnipeg and Jasper. So that does make sense, it kind of fits. This homestead was just minutes away from the tracks. But yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to some of the subscribers who have mentioned that they watch the videos. So hey, Assad and Chris, good to see you. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Oh, it's getting very hot out now, and I'm kind of feeling done with the hike. I want to get to the beach. This hike, I know Josie likes it, but I actually think it's kind of boring. So, sorry, Jose. Did you hear that? Listen. Oh, it stopped. It stopped. It sounds like it's somewhere around here. That's an eagle. Oh, there was just a bird there. Maybe that was the one. Sounded like an eagle calling out. Not sure if the footage caught it or not. Nice views of the water here, right beside the river. Very light rapids going on right there. Water looks dirty, kind of gross. Not good for drinking, obviously. Here's a good view. Well, people have walked here, so let's walk here. Get right to the edge. Ooh. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a drop. It almost looks like there's another road down there. Might be a decent fishing spot. Kind of hard to say. Ah, peaceful. Oh well, I've got you all here. Let's have some chat. Maybe I'll give you some hiking tips. So, let's do some hiking tips. 1. You always want to wear long pants. And you want to make sure your socks are tucked into your pants. That's primarily for tick season, but it can also protect you from other things, such as poison ivy, or other little critters or snakes and things like that. Just anything that can get you at the ankles. You want to block that off. Second is that you don't want to forget your hat. Doesn't really matter what kind of hat you have, but you do need a hat. I think. I feel like there was just something in the bush here. Hey, bear! Nothing. Alright, well, whatever that was, I don't know. But I didn't hear any bush crashing. So, if it was a bear was not afraid of me at all. But I did hear some, sounded like something was in there and was trying to slowly get further into the bush. Could have been a little squirrel or something, maybe. Did hear some squirrels down here, but I still haven't seen any. But it sounded like something small. It could have even been a deer. Just something light. Didn't sound like it was super heavy. Whatever it was, it just heard my voice and was getting out of there. Anyways, yeah, so hat is very important. I like to douse the top of my hats in bug spray because I often find that the flies like to, oh, there's a little path here. Not sure where that goes, hopefully to the lake, but to the river, I mean not lake. That's kind of boring, there was nothing to see there anyways. Keeps the flies away. Flies are often really bad. They bother you. Oh, I see some, looks like fox or deer fur. Well, something had a bit of a meal here. And yeah, shirt, type of shirt you bring is also very important. I like to bring shirts that have some airflow, like this one. It's more of an activewear shirt. There's specialty hiking shirts you can get that will help with sweat. You also don't want to choose colors that are too dark because the sun will heat up the clothing and heat you up, and it just creates a really bad cycle of problems. What else? Bring a belt. It's good to bring your cell phone and make sure it's fully charged. Obvious things. Make sure you bring your water, more than you need. Another obvious one, unless not obvious one, is it's always good to bring a little bit of toilet paper with you. I've got some in my pocket just in case I need it. Haven't needed it, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Okay, so what do we got here? This looks like up. Let me check my watch here. Oh, no, this isn't the big incline. Anyways, looking at it, it looks like we gotta go up about 100. I'm assuming this is meters. It's not this incline, there's one after this. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good one, so I'll show you guys that. I don't know, that's about it for my tips. You just want to come prepared. Download maps of the area in advance in case you run into no cell signal. You want to have the ability to navigate yourself back out if there's some sort of emergency. It's always good to inform someone where you're going. Just so that if you don't return in a few days, someone can ask some questions and your location can be more easily determined. Well, I just stopped at this rest area. It's just shortly before the incline climb. Kind of smart of them to include it. I'm sure it's there for that exact reason. But I also just noticed that it appears to also be a graveyard. So I'm not going to hang around here too long. There's a ton of bones underneath this chair. So it's a kill site or something, or a murder site. I'm not really too sure. But we're just going to leave it. Well, I hear the wife coming, so I'm going to set up this camera and surprise her when she comes up. Still at the rest area. Did hear something large in the bush just a short few moments ago, but I'm sure I'll survive till she gets here. She's coming. Can you hear the music? Very close. She's gonna be so surprised. Here she comes. Hi, wife! Oh, well, heading up to the final stretch. It's actually about 80 meters of elevation. We're probably about halfway through it now. Sort of see it behind me. It's just been a pretty straight up kind of deal. But thanks for watching. I think probably won't have any videos for another couple of weeks. After this, the next big things that we'll be doing is I've got my 2 weeks vacation, me and Joe's, at the same time. So we booked a week in Riding Mountain. We're gonna camp for about half of it in Wasagaming, and then we have an Airbnb for the other half in Wasagaming. Well, not really Wasagaming, just outside Wasagaming. It's very like almost next door to the Elkhorn Resort. And then after that, we have a whole week of camping in Sleeping Giant, and that's gonna have some really amazing views. Can't wait to share that with you all. But adios, have a good one. Hope you enjoy.
Bye bye.
And we say bye bye.